Today I'm just going to change a petrol pump on a Ford Focus. It's a 2005 1.4 petrol. Now, I've done some pre-work on this. As you can see, the pump is on the back seat here. What I've done so far is I've cut open a section underneath the back seat here just to access the fuel pump, and it's really quite simple. What I done was I used an angle grinder all the way around, and I tracked it. I tracked it out. I didn't go fully through, and then what I did was I used tin nips, and I cut it in good chunks, and then in chunks that size, and then I bent it up and down and broke them around, making a nice clean job. Now I hoover it all up, clean it, making sure it's spotless clean so no dust gets in your tank. When you've that done, basically go to the fuses. The fuses is underneath the dash there. Zoom in there, underneath there, and the fuse is F51, I think it is F50 or F51. And you take out the fuse. You turn the engine, so you're draining all the fuel out of the main line. So when you take it off, it's not a mess everywhere. When you have that done, you disconnect the battery just for safety. That's what I did. And then when the battery's disconnected, disconnect this here, which I'll do this now in a minute. Disconnect this and take the fuel line off. Twist this anti-clockwise, which I've done, but I'll do it now in a minute. Anti-clockwise, and when you take this off, take this the fuel line off, disconnect the electrical connection, and then anti-clockwise, just take it off, and then the pump just comes straight out. Now, usually, ideally you want the pump the tank to be empty, because otherwise it makes an awful lot of mess. And if it's not empty, what you can do is you can siphon it out, and I'll just show you a great way of doing it. You get one of these siphoning tubes here, and what you do is you put it into the tank when you have it open, right, into the tank, and you shake this, and you do a few shakes, and all of a sudden then it'll start siphoning it out. It'll siphon it out for you. You just siphon it into a jerry can or into buckets. I've all my fuel in there, buckets, full tank. Now, right, so my next step is replace the old fuel filter with the new one. Okay, so right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove this fuel line. So I just get a screwdriver like this, and I just remove this clip like so, and then pull back the fuel line. As you can see, no fuel coming out of it. Happy days. You can put that in there. Put that in there out of the way. Now what I want to do is I want to take this off, which I have done it and usually what I used was lift the camera off for a sec. I used the mallet and this, so make no sparks. Whatever I do. Second. One thing I meant to say before I started, just take off the fuel cap just to release the pressure. Now I did do it when I took this off the first time. I haven't got a video of that, but ideally just take that off, release the pressure on the tank. So, there we go. that off. Slight battle wound, not to worry. And the pump, out you come. So, a little bit. There we go. That's the job now. So when we're taking this out, we'll be very careful not to damage there's a little arm on it for the fuel level. So, 1 second, just pause it there for a sec. Okay, so I had to just pause there to get plaster because I sort of cut myself a little nick on the edge here. So it's advisable just to put a bit of tape, wrap it around both sides. But anyway, we'll motor on. So I'm taking this out here. I'm going to be careful that I don't damage. There's a little arm in there for the fuel gauge on the dash, so I want to be careful with that, especially putting it in. Now put this here just in case there's any fuel spillage from maybe a bit in the pump, and we can use this here now so to put it on. So we take this out now. One, and there was a bit of fuel in it, so we just drain that out. There we go. That's it. Out we go. Out with the old, in with the new. Right, pause it there. Now here we are. This is the old, as we can see, and there's the new. Sitting down now nice and pretty, a bit of plastic. I'll remove that. I just want to show you now, here's the invoice I got for this here now today. I bought this in Auto Dock from the UK. Excellent, like it came to €75.01 in total, which, like, if you want to buy that here in Ireland, the shops are looking for €140 minimum and up to €450 each. But there we go anyway. So a shout out to these Auto Dock, excellent. Right, there we go. So we'll go and put this one in now, and I'll go and prep it, and we'll carry on with the video. Subscribe, please like and subscribe. Now here's inside the tank. And you can see there's still a bit of petrol in it, but it's not much. And then as you can see, there's a spot with like them grooves around where the pump just sits nicely, nests into that. There's no clicking it in or out or anything else. It's as simple as that. Right, here we are with the new pump now, going to install it. So I'll put this paddle in here, just nice and gently and carefully so I don't damage it. Moving the fuel line out of the way. In she goes. Now this is the way it has to go. So you can see the line of where the line's coming. Fits in there like that. I feel a little resistance with the rubber gasket there. And it goes bang on. Push it in hard. Now on with the O-ring. So we just turn it around without cutting myself again. Now clocky wise. Give it a good old tightening up, and a proper tightening. Move slightly back so if you hold it up, Evan, maybe you'll get a better view. With that, I suppose. Let me see, just make sure. There we go. Now I'll remove the protective cap for this. Take out this clip, reconnect the fuel line, click this in. There you go. Reconnect the electrical connection, which is really simple. Click. That's our pump installed. Now what I'll do is I'll reconnect the battery. We'll turn the engine and see how she goes. Keys right here. Let's throw back on the cap. Throw back on the fuel cap. we go. We'll just put this on. 1 second. Now that's us reconnected anyway, and the fuse is back in the fuel pump. Moment of truth. 1 second. Just turn the ignition on, Evan. That's all you have to do.
Yeah, it's on.
That sounds good. Turn it off again. Turn it on. Fire it up. Turn it off. And again. And again. Off and on. Just get out of there. 1 second there. There we go. She's just getting petrol into the engine. Happy days. And there you have it. Fuel pump replacement. €70, €75 a month, I think it is. And yep. Let's see. Excuse me there. She's sucking like a good thing. Excellent. Now my next step is to cover this here. So I'll get a piece of metal or something, and I'll get what we use in Europe here as grip fill. It's like an adhesive, construction adhesive. So what I'll do is I'll give it a good dollop all the way around, splat it down onto it, let it set, and you can be 100% sure that it will never move off until the next person needs to replace the fuel pump, because I'm only fixing this so I can trade the car in and get a better car than this one, because yes, that's the way it goes. Now the next video I'm going to do is turn off the engine, Evan. The next video I'm going to do now is to get the petrol and re-siphon it back into the tank. And I just want to say, one reason why a lot of fuel pumps go bad is because the fuel is below quarter of a tank, and that sort of damages the fuel pump. But happy days, there we go. The patient has been repaired. €75.01. Well, £75. It came to 80. It just came to €80. That's sterling, so lovely stuff.